welcome to a new vlog. Now I might be looking cool, calm and collected, but I'm certainly not. It's complete madness today. I've got the wonderful Beth helping, and actually Beth was going to be doing other things, but the removal guys are here. Si isn't here because he's over at the new house because the AGA has arrived today. I should be over there, but he's over there. And he told me that he was going to vlog it, so we'll see what content he can share with us all. It's going to be interesting. But we have got our two men and their van today, taking as much as possible that can go over. So that is what we're doing. But it is madness. Archie's also got a friend staying who's sleeping in here last night because there isn't another bed. So it is utter chaos. But we have taken a couple of bits of furniture out of the kitchen. That sofa's going, whole load of boxes are going. It is madness. That piece of furniture's gone. That piece of furniture's gone. I'm trying to do Ask Charlie orders and work and stuff. So it's chaos, but we've got a wonderful tray out here, moving stuff right now.
We'll probably hang on to those and put them on the top.
So to work the hot spots, you turn left for the boiler plate and right for your simmer plate. And then if you want both on, turn it fully 180 degrees.
Yeah.
The ovens, it's quite simple. Turn it right, and then when that light in there turns green, that means all the ovens are up to temperature.
Yeah.
And then that's your slumber mode, which just keeps them all nice and warm.
Can you have the hobs operating without the oven?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So the top one is just the hobs.
Yeah.
So your left and right, and then the bottom one is both at the same time.
Right.
That's around about 11 to 12 minutes to get up to temperature.
Yeah.
And then your simmer plate is about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So the very exciting thing that I want to share with you that has arrived today is my new AGA. So Simon was here for the delivery because he needed to be, and I needed to be at the house for the removal men, so I couldn't be here, but look at it. She's an absolute beauty. She has come from Rangexchange, and they do reconditioned AGAs, and they have been amazing to work with and to advise on what's best for here. So I have gone for an electric dual control AGA. So that means the lids can be turned off and then they heat up within 10 minutes. So I can have this on the whole time. This is going to be my main source of cooking. I don't have the electric module on the side because this kitchen just is too small to have that extra bit as well. And I don't use it that often, so it just seemed a waste. But with the dual control, I can have the top off, so it doesn't let out as much heat into the rooms. It's not going to get too hot in here. And actually this kitchen is north facing, so it's not going to get that hot anyway. And it's a lovely sort of old farmhouse that's not going to overheat, whereas where our AGA is in our kitchen, that's all new build and really well insulated, and it gets really hot. So this is just very, very, very exciting. I know that I'm going to spend hours, months, even years standing in front of this AGA cooking away, and I'm, as you can tell, extremely excited that she's arrived, she's installed, so I could cook on her. But at the moment, I've got a sink, and that's it. There's nothing else in here yet, so it's fine. We're not moving for a while, and actually the kitchen's not going to be ready for a while, but that is totally fine. At least I have got my beloved AGA, which is super, super exciting. Right, the chaps need me to go and make decisions. I lifted the lid, hang on, when I caught the sheet. So let me just show you. Look how beautiful that is. It's just amazing. And this is a new style, and it's actually hot. It's not turned on, but they turned it on just to check it was all working. This is a new style, whereas mine is old style, and this is just going to be amazing for drop scones and pancakes and all sorts of things. What fun we are going to have cooking on this. So today we have moved over as much furniture as we possibly can from downstairs at home. And if you wonder what the noise is, Dan, the wonderful carpenter, is just finishing the wardrobes upstairs. We've got one sofa in the place here. I think we're going to put the big ottoman here and another sofa or a few armchairs in here. And then the other room is complete chaos because there's all sorts going on in there. So I'll show you that later. We've now got Octec here working out how to get us internet, because at the moment there's like 1 bar of 4G, and with a YouTube channel and all of the things that I do, I need good internet. We've got fibre at home, finally got fibre, and we're leaving it behind. But that's fine. We're just working out where to put it. You know, maybe up there, I don't know, but decisions. But all of these things, there's so much to think about when you move, all these things that need to be done, and I need the internet working before we move in here. I can cope without a kitchen, but I can't cope without an internet for very long. So today it's very hot and sticky. I'm in a floaty dress and it's garage clearing day. We have got Drea here and we are filling up the van with the contents of the garage that we want to keep. The rest of it's going into the skip, charity shop to sell bric-a-brac. We've got sort of all sorts of piles going on at the moment. But so far we've been going for an hour and actually we've done a lot. It's amazing what you can do in a short amount of time. There is the amazing Beth cleaning the stalls to photograph to sell. And I didn't even ask her to. She's just incredible. And I will talk to you more when I have a moment to sit down about children's clothes and Beth, because I got her to, well, I'm going to talk about it in a minute because Drea's looking at me as if to say, what the hell are you doing? Come on, we've got work to do. Stop filming. So we have filled up the van. We filled up the van with the contents of the garage.
Hello, TikTok.
And no, this is YouTube. Drea, this is YouTube. Drea, can I film you? You've got such a good sense of humour. So yeah, garage content is being emptied as we speak, which is really exciting. It's such a good feeling when you can see the space being emptied and sorting through the clutter. So as we have been, you know, doing it, it's skip, dustbin, charity shop, Goodwill, you know, all of that, keep, whatever. And so it's been very productive. It has been a very, very successful day. Everybody has left apart from Beth and I, and we have been organising the entire contents of the garage and all of my Ask Charlie stuff, which is over here, so I can wrap and pack orders. I've got trestle tables for wrapping and just storage in here. And it's quite an exciting feeling. It is such a beautiful day. The view from here is just simply stunning, listening to the sheep barring away. And Beth just said to me, I can't believe it's 2:15 and we have got so much done today. So I'm going to go home and then be a mummy for the rest of the afternoon. I'm taking Coco out with Santana, and Gus has got a friend and all sorts going on. But what a productive morning. And it just feels like each time I have a day like this where we achieve loads, it's just such a relief because we're one step closer, and that is a good feeling. I've come to stand in the shade. We are home. Coco is just washing Santana off. But wow, I mean, I cried on Di. I cried. Just to see them jumping so beautifully together. Second time ever cross country, and Santana she's not straightforward, and that was amazing. Coco's just melting with the heat, but grinning from ear to ear. A seriously good day. We have done so much. The garage, let me show you, these are all empty packing boxes. That stuff where I know it's got to go. The bikes are here, but everything else is gone, and it feels good. It feels really good. Yeah, I'm gonna go and have a cold drink, possibly. I don't know. I just need to cool down for a moment. But it's been a brilliant day, and I just, hard work, perseverance pays off. I did a few months ago have a moment of what on earth have we done getting Santana, is she ever going to kind of get it and start going forward and building that partnership? So sort of 2 steps forward and 10 back, but we travelled up there effortlessly, we travelled back effortlessly. She jumped beautifully. She even I think cantered through the water at one stage, which is phenomenal. Last time we went near water, it took about 45 minutes to even get her in the water. So huge progress, but I'm going to go and cool off and catch my breath for a mo. Good morning. I thought we would have a catch up while I get ready. I've actually got Florence at my feet, so if you hear weird noises, you know what's going on. The dogs are a little bit unsettled by everything that is going on, understandably so. And actually we're heading to Devon this morning, down to Mum's house. So those of you that don't know, that are new here, when Mum died, the property's in trust. It's all quite complicated, but I run 3 holiday lets down there from here. And there's a couple of problems. I've got a few meetings on Monday, and normally we'd be going down for a week, but with everything going on, we're just going down for a few days. And I sort of feel like I want to go, but I don't want to go. I'm a bit sort of torn at the moment. But I feel like I can't switch off and relax, and I've just got to do all the stuff here that needs doing. But do you know what? I'm trying to get the balance between moving house and the children having a summer holiday, and it's quite hard juggling it all. So, yesterday I did the moving part, and then I took Coco to ride, and Gus had a friend. Archie was actually in London, and I'm just trying to get the balance so the children have a nice holiday too, and it's not just all, they don't look back and be like, well, that was a horrid summer. So we will do a bit of surfing while we're down there, and do some fun stuff as well. And I feel like we're under control here. Like yesterday and Wednesday was so productive with Drea, and Beth has just been so brilliant. So I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about that and what's been going on. So we had a quote from a removal company, who is a great removal company locally. They've got a brilliant reputation, but it was a lot of money. And Simon has known Drea for a very long time, and Drea, does not necessarily house moving. I think he's made an exception for us, but he has his van, and he said, yeah, of course mate, I'll do it for you, not a problem. And he's just an awesome guy. And so we're saving a fortune by using Drea, but then I am spending a little bit having some help packing. So, there are lots of different options when you move. You can just have a removal company come in, pack your entire life, move it, unpack it, do it, and it's, that's probably the least stressful option, but that costs a lot. Or you can do the packing and they just do the removals. There's lots of different ways of doing it, but this is the way we're doing it. And actually, it feels okay. We've got Drea for 3 days, and I've got Sophie coming back for 3 days as well, that same week. So Sophie will be here like Monday, Tuesday. Sophie and Layla, I think, is coming. They'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, packing, organising, what have you. And we'll probably do some of the easier moving, like in my car, maybe even the horse trailer too, with them. And then Drea's going to do the big stuff. We might not need him for 3 days, but I said to him yesterday I'd rather have the extra day and then we're not under pressure. So that is the plan. And Beth works with Sophie, and she came and helped me do my wardrobe with Sophie, and the attic and all my clothes I had stored up in the attic. And she was just amazing. And I said to her, would you come and do Coco's clothes with her? Because sometimes in life, you have to make life easier for yourself. And I'm trying to make life easier for myself in the best and most sensible manner, if that makes sense. And I knew that trying to helping the children do their bedrooms was going to be stressful. And they were going to be like, I don't want to do it, and all of that. Rather than, yeah, sure, Mum, let's go and do my bedroom. I'd love to do that with you. I knew I wasn't going to get that reception. And somebody told me, I remember her very clearly, when Archie was a toddler, pick your battles. And that wasn't a battle I wanted to have with the 3 children, but I knew it would be more difficult with Coco and her room. So I said to Beth, would you come and do Coco's room? She actually ended up doing all the children's rooms, clothes, going through them, working out what they wanted to keep, working out what was charity shop, what was, you know, what was whatever. Hang on a sec. And oh my goodness, it was just the best thing ever. Beth told me how lovely the children were. The children told me how lovely Beth was. And it was a pleasurable experience for everybody. And yes, it cost me a little bit of money, but in my view, money well spent, because it meant that I could get on and fill the van with Drea and do the stuff that I needed to do, whilst a very productive time was happening with the children, with Beth. And Coco said to me, I don't know if it was that evening or the following morning, she was like, wow, thank you, Mummy, so much. Beth was so kind, so amazing. And it's so lovely to have like my clothes and everything organised. And that's just going to make moving easier. And it's about like not getting rid of everything in our lives, but it's about not taking the stuff that we don't want with us. Like I'm saying to myself pretty much every day, is this coming into our new life? Yes or no? And if the answer's no, then it's time to move it on. And so just, you know, if you're in a situation where you are moving, making a big change, what have you, and you can spend a little bit on having some help, I would. And that to me is better help than having packers just pack all the stuff, because I don't actually want all the stuff. I want to have a good sort whilst packing, whilst organising, and then it's going to make packing so much quicker and so much easier. So that is how we're working it. A couple of people have said, please can you film more of the decluttering? I will try. We've still got the kitchen, the utility room, like laundry room, larder to do. I'm sure there's some other bits too. It's quite difficult with the children, and you know, actually it's just me remembering to be like, hang on a minute, I'm a vlogger, can I just put my camera on, do you mind? It's because, you know, when people arrive, they're like, right, let's get going, and you're like, okay, and you get going, and then you're like, oh sugar, I should have filmed this. And it's also being sensitive to, do they want to be on camera as well? Not everybody does. So I will try and share a bit more of the process with you, and definitely we will do lots of sorting and arranging at the other end. But you know, I just, time is against us. Oh gosh, I put that on the wrong place. Time, you know, the clock is ticking, and so I've just got to be kind of mindful of that. But so then on Thursday I had a day off house moving stuff, and actually took Gus to London for him to see the consultant and have an x-ray and see how his wrist is healing. He's now in a splint, so they've taken the plaster off, but he is pretty limited to what he can do. He can swim, and he's allowed to start using his fingers and thumb. So his fingers and thumb have been, he could move like the tips of his fingers just, and the tip of his thumb, but he was in plaster up to, you know, knuckles. And so he was quite limited to what he could do on purpose. So that joint really had a chance to heal well. I just have to quickly tell you about this. This is the Mecca Cosmetica SPF lip stuff. Oh my goodness, it's just like the balmiest, dreamiest, scrummiest. It's delicious. So I said to Gus as we were driving to London, I was like, best case scenario, plaster off, crack on, enjoy life. Worst case, they're going to want to operate soon. But what's probably going to happen is it's going to take a little bit of time, darling, and you're going to have to be a little bit more patient. He is being unbelievably patient, but it's quite frustrating for him. Like, he can't go on the trampoline, he can't play cricket, he, you know, he's quite limited on what he can do. And obviously we're about to go surfing. He can't surf, he can like splash around in the water. So a little frustrating for him, but he's being pretty stoic about it. So it's actually, the traffic was horrific on Thursday. We left here at like 8 because I wanted to do a few errands before his appointment. There was no time for the errands before his appointment, and then we got home at like 6 p.m. and then I had the most lovely evening, and there wasn't time to chat to you. I'm really sorry. I went out for supper to a local pub with 3 girlfriends. The 4 of us just chatted non-stop for hours. I love them. We used to do it far more regularly, and life's just got too busy. It's got too crazy. We've got out of the habit of doing it, and we all said, oh, Simon's coming up, he wants to have a shower. We all said we must do this, you know, try and do it every 6 weeks or something, because it was so much fun. Now I'm going to let my husband have a shower, and I will chat to you later.
Take your time, fall in line someday. It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. Take a stand, move your hand someday. In your eyes, no disguise one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your...
So we're here in Devon, Lola. Hang on. Oh, I've got a new tripod. I probably told you that last week. I've got Lola. We only brought Lola with us. I've left Di with the other little dogs. She actually takes the other little dogs to work. Di is the most, I mean, she is such a phenomenal lady. She does upholstery, and she's doing our curtains at the moment. So she's like, can I take the dogs to her workroom, and they can chill out on it. She's got a big sofa. They can recline on the sofa while she does our curtains. So Di is doing that. We have arrived down in Devon. I actually slept pretty much the entire journey. I am exhausted. I just hit a wall before we left home, and I said to Si, I am just completely and utterly wiped out, which is hardly surprising. So actually, coming down here is probably a good thing, because tomorrow I'm going to do sweet and just relax. The boys have already gone surfing. I don't actually know where Si's got the energy from, but he hasn't done that much house moving and that much organising and that much cleaning. Like at 6:30 this morning, I was using Kelly's carpet cleaner, and I did 2 rugs and I wanted to get them done and dry, so when we get back I can give Kelly her carpet cleaner back and they can go over to the new house. And I just thought, just get up, get them done, did the laundry, did a whole load of stuff this morning before heading down here. And the boys have gone surfing. Obviously Gus can't surf, but he can hang out with Si on the beach, and Arch is just desperate to hit the waves, and the surf apparently is much better this evening than it is tomorrow, so that's what he's doing. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have a super chill day, and then Monday is day of meetings, and then Tuesday morning we are leaving here and driving to the guy that is making the shepherd's hut for us, just to do like final bits. So that is very exciting. And then back to Sussex. And actually this week coming isn't too much, like, it's not like crazy full on moving. I have got a few bits and pieces going on. Like every time I go over, I will take a car full of stuff, but we haven't got Drea and his van. That is in a couple of weeks time. That's when we're gonna have the big push. So I'm just gonna get stuff sorted at home. I'm actually holding Lola's feet, you can't really see. I'm just gonna get stuff sorted, and we have got, what are we doing next week? I have been asked to do a window in a church, flower arrangements. So that is really lovely, and actually my lovely friend Shah is going to come and do it with me, because I just said I've got so much on my plate at the moment. I don't want to say no. I can't do it, but I also don't want the pressure. So can we do it together? And she was like, yes, because we could have a really good gossip at the same time. So we're doing that next week. And then I've been invited to the game fair with Shuffle, which is really exciting. And Si and I love the game fair. We actually try to go, we haven't been for a number of years because it's been up north, but we try to go as frequently as we possibly can. And so that will be a really lovely day out. Then we've got our local village fete. And so it's actually like quite a nice week of things. And then it's action stations again. And so it's quite nice having it broken up, and I can kind of rest and recharge, plan things, get things sorted and do that. But it is really lovely to be down here. We haven't been down for ages. I think, Lola, you actually want to get on my lap, don't you, darling? But you can't. Could you put your paws down, because you're a little bit heavy on mummy. Good girl, you sit there. We haven't been down since like October, I think. October half term, I think, was the last time we came surfing. So I don't think I'm going to surf. I literally think I'm going to have a restful day. We stopped, hang on, I'm going to be back in a sec. We stopped at Teal's farm shop on the way down, which we always tend to. I had been so disorganised that I hadn't even thought about food and what we were bringing and what we were doing. I just couldn't think that far ahead. Yesterday was just so full on. Lola, go and lie down, good girl. So very disorganised. Normally I do a food shop and I'm kind of organised, but actually we couldn't fit that much in the car. But we did get a box of bits and pieces at Teal's. So I'm going to do a chicken curry this evening. I just bought some chicken, lovely curry sauce, and yeah, some rice and stuff like that. So we're going to have that, and we got some stuff for breakfast, and just keeping it really simple. But I did buy these. Now these are by a company called Rice, who do really lovely, these are acrylic, but I want to say, is it called, I can't think straight, I'm so tired. You're going to be shouting at me. You know what I mean, it begins with an M and it's like glasses and plastic, but not plastic, for children. You know what I mean. They do such great things. And I saw, they're actually champagne flutes at tea-based services last summer, like spring, and Si wouldn't let me buy them, and I've been really irritated that he wouldn't let me buy them ever since then. However, I saw these today at Teal's and I was like, I'm getting them. So I got 6 of these, which I just think are going to be really useful. I think once we've moved, we're going to be doing a lot of dining al fresco, and these are going to be perfect. And I actually have a matching jug for the B&B room at our current house, and I will use that jug for, I'm thinking like Pims and things like that in the walled garden on a lovely summer's evening. I mean, to be honest, by the time we're in and organised, it's going to be almost autumn, but hey ho, a girl's got a dream, and that's what it's about. It's about dreaming. It keeps me going and it keeps me excited. But I also picked up this book. It just jumped out at me, Why Women Grow, and it says stories of soil, sisterhood and survival. And I just read that and thought, yeah, I'm going to read that. So I think I'm going to spend tomorrow with my new book. So I've got like hiccupy kind of, it's probably talking too quickly. So I picked that up, and also I got Country Living to look at as we were driving down, and there's an article, and Archie knows their son well, and he has been staying with us about, here it is. And if you don't know about it, I'm going to start telling you about it. They very kindly gave me some, and it is blackthorn salt, and it is, there it is, and there's an article on them in Country Living about how they make it, and yeah, so that was actually really lovely to read. There was a quote that I wanted to read you. James Martin, the TV chef and local food champion, has even described it as one of the most exciting things in terms of food in this country, which is very exciting. And their son really kindly gave me a box. We tried it out this week, and I will probably, once we've moved, or if I'm doing much cooking at home, not that I am. Actually, we got Domino's last week and I literally kept it. And quite a lot of pizza was eaten last week, if I'm perfectly honest. So when I'm cooking and sharing stuff with you, I will talk to you more about blackthorn, but it's one to watch. Its flavour is really good. And I love, like, I don't like regular just table salt. I love sea salt, but actually now I know about blackthorn. It's amazing, and it's very clever the way they make it. So that was really lovely, just to be flicking through Country Living and see that and read about it and the journey down. So I didn't sleep the entire way. I did flick through Country Living, and actually I bought Hello as well. I don't buy magazines when I'm at home. I don't have time to sit down and read a magazine, but little trips away are times when I can rest and recharge a little bit. So that is what I'm doing, and actually it's just probably exactly what I needed, just to come down here and have a little bit of kind of R&R as well as my meetings. And you know, there is always a lot to do when I'm here, but it's not quite the same level as moving house, so it's fine. Got my handbags, my French Market bag and my chestnut collection bag. I love it, and actually I think it's because I'm tired and feeling I've got my scarf on as well. It's actually not that cold, although it has been raining, and I probably could put the heating on. I have turned the Rayburn on to cook our supper, but I just needed to be cozy with a scarf. And yeah, I don't even really know what I've packed. I just threw some stuff in a bag. But I am going to, I think I might actually go and read my book for a little bit, because it's a bit early to cook supper. I don't think the boys will be back for at least an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. I know what Archie's like when he gets in the sea. It's his passion. A bit like riding is Coco's passion. Surfing is his passion. And, you know, it's great that they have their passions and can do their things, isn't it? Yes, you animals are my passion. You are, darling. Yes. It's funny without the little dogs, but actually it's kind of easier with just this one. Yes, Di's in charge of all the others for a few days, and it'll be so exciting to go and see how the Shepherd's Hut is progressing. Anyway, I'm going to go and put my nose into this. Also, while I'm sat here, I have got my laptop and I am uploading Tuesday's vlog, which will have come out, so go back and watch that if you haven't, because that's carpet cleaning. I was trying to do it at home before we left because we've got fibre and there's no fibre down here, and I wanted to just actually not have to do that, but my computer crashed on me, which is so annoying, and so I thought I'd just do it here, because actually what would have taken about 30 seconds at home is currently saying it's going to take 1 hour and 21 minutes left of uploading. It's only on 25% and it's already been going for about half an hour or so. So it's best to get ahead. Yes, Lola, it is best to get ahead. Look at her. Look at her. You are the most beautiful Labrador. Yes, darling, you are. In your So on our way back from Devon, we have stopped at Cowley Shepherd's Hut to see how our shepherd hut is progressing, and it's pretty exciting. It is almost done. Theo has done a marvellous job. I can't take you in there at the moment because everyone is in there having a good look, but I will take you in a moment when I can. But it is very, very exciting. So this is it. So we've actually copied the bed layout from Summerdown by having it enclosed here and here, and then we should put hooks up here. We've got storage under the bed, which is the whole area of the bed. I am a big storage girl, and then there's a shelf going to go here, again with storage in there. And then we're not putting a table here, but we're putting some shelves in down there and a wood burner. And then we're going to put a fold-up table here that extends from this bit. This isn't obviously a kitchen area because it is just really bedrooms. There's storage under there. And then the little bathroom, there isn't a light in here at the moment, but that is the shower area. The basin will go there and the loo will go there. We've just been talking about shelves and plugs and lighting and all of that. It is very exciting. And the next time you see it, it will be in situ. We got back from Devon late last night and I'm over here getting this barn ready for the horses. So Nigel and Brian are just putting hardcore down basically, and then the stables can go in here. So it's very, very exciting. Sort of action stations yet again over here. I have said to myself not to come down without an empty car, or with an empty car. So I've popped a few lamps and rugs and things into the car today, so I'm going to go and unload those and just spend a moment here. Si's just arriving, and I think he's got a few bits in the car to empty as well. But it was really, really lovely just to have a couple of quiet days down in Devon, a morning full of meetings, and then we headed up to see how the shepherd's hut's getting on and do like the final bits. He's cracking on, and actually it might even be ready by the end of this week, which is incredible. Which way am I going? I'm gonna walk up this way. So yeah, lots going on. We move in 2.5 weeks, so there is a lot to be done. I actually got home last night and looked around our bedroom. It's like sort of feeling of overwhelm, of How on earth am I going to do all of this? But it's fine. I'm trying to just keep cool, calm and collected. Bite-sized pieces, we can get it done. I'm back over here having a bit of a sort out and doing all those sort of mummy things. Just cooked lunch. And now it's time to do laundry, although I've already done a couple of loads since we got back. How can 5 people create so much laundry in one weekend? I don't know, but anyway, we can. I've also washed our sheets and put fresh sheets on our bed, which always makes a big difference. But I have just opened this package from Bauer Collective and I wanted to talk to you about laundry detergent. I have been using Bauer Collective and Clothes Doctor now for I think over a year, well over a year. And I made the shift for environmental reasons, but also being really mindful of what we're putting on our skin and going to, wearing clothes that have been washed with detergents packed full of all sorts isn't so great for us. Sleeping in bed sheets that again have used detergents that aren't so environmentally friendly isn't so great. And once you start thinking about it, you start thinking about it. And actually we have noticed we can smell the difference between laundry detergents that are packed full of all sorts of nasties as opposed to these. Now I haven't, and I've shared this with you a few times, I haven't used any fabric conditioner now for a long time. I think Bauer Collective's laundry liquid is amazing and you don't need it, but they have sent me this to try to see what I think and to let you all know. So that I will do. This is also a new scent. This is Orange Blossom and Bergamot and I haven't smelt it, I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to do that with you. I love their lavender. I love their, I think it's called Fresh Linen Fresh. Not completely sure, but both of those are gorgeous and I can highly recommend them, and I've been using them for everything now for a long time and I can highly recommend them. They smell great, they wash great. You can get them in the big boxes. I'll go and get one to show you what I mean. So this is a big box. I buy them in bulk and this is Fresh Linen, that's what it's called. And it's just really, really easy to transfer into one of these, and then I use it from that. It's just, I find it handier and I just keep this in the utility room. So I haven't, as I mentioned, haven't used the fabric conditioner, haven't felt I've needed it, but I'm definitely going to try it and let you know what I think. They also come with labels, which is really handy when you get these bottles, so you can stick your labels on so you know what's in where, because that's important. And I use the Bauer Collective cleaning products as well because, again, being environmentally conscious and mindful about what we are using in our household, I am using their cleaning products and I love them, and I've shared those with you quite a lot. So what is also great about these reusable refills is you can send them back to them and they reuse them, which I think is just wonderful. So, they really are thinking, that is the laundry liquid, they really are thinking of absolutely everything. They've got these clever systems so it doesn't just pour out when you turn it upside down, you have to squeeze it. There's a valve in there, which again is brilliant, so you don't end up in a mess with detergent everywhere. And I just love the fact that I can send these back and they're going to be reused. So the Bauer Collective really have thought of everything. I have a discount code with them for you, which is Ask Charlie. I will leave it linked here on the screen and down below. Now I can already smell this. Oh my goodness, it's really lovely. It's really lovely. I don't know why, but it reminds me of like Austria or Switzerland. I don't know why I say that, but it does. It just takes me back to the mountains. It's a really lovely, lovely fresh smell. So I am excited to try this out. And as I mentioned, there is quite a lot of laundry that needs doing. We've actually got the water is turned off at the moment. Got a plumber here doing a few bits and pieces ahead of the move, ready for the new owners. So it is all stations go, so I can't wash right now. But literally, I'm going to squeeze as much of this out into here, and then literally pop this in the post, and I'll do the same with that one and send it straight back to the Bag Collective for them to reuse. But for now, we shall just get every last bit out of here into our bottle. And that, you only need a little bit, you don't need a huge amount of detergent. That will keep us going for a long time. And it actually says on the back here who to send your empties to, and it also gives you suggestions of how much to use for a small load and for a large load. It says up to 25 washes. That's the conditioner. What does it say on here? Up to 25 washes as well for that, and it's suitable for washing at a low temperature. So again, that is something to be really mindful of. I tend to wash everything at 30 degrees. We don't need to wash everything on a really high heat. And again, that saves money, it's better for the environment, and it's also better for our clothes. Our clothes don't like to be washed and boiled really, really hot. So again, something to be mindful of, but I am excited to try this conditioner and see what it's like. Again, I will always let you know what I think of it and how we get on, and also feedback from the family, because they definitely tell me whether they like fragrances or not, and whether things are feeling softer. So I left you in the kitchen talking about fabric conditioner and Bag Collective and those new wonderfully, beautifully fragrant products. I haven't used them yet. The plumber was there for quite a long time. The water was turned off for quite a long time, and Coco had a friend that arrived. They went for a hack together. It was sort of madness. And then I have just whizzed down to Chichester. And actually it was so lovely just to have a little bit of time for me, or alone, actually, not time for me, but just time alone. And I went to Falcon Fabrics. Falcon Fabrics, we are so lucky to have it near us, have the most amazing selection of fabrics and at a very good price. Now, with the curtains here, and I've just driven here just to pop in on my way back, just to see how they've got on today. But we're reusing quite a lot of the curtains from our old house, and Di is adjusting them, but there are some rooms that need new fabric. Gus's bedroom is one of those. So I gave Gus a selection of fabrics to choose, and he chose this one. And actually, I couldn't believe how, when I got to the till that he said how much it was, I was like, wow, I didn't say really. But I've got 5 meters of this fabric. I've gone for blinds rather than curtains, but it's really fun. It's got these monkeys on it, and I said to Gus before I went to buy it, are you sure that's the one you want? And he was like, yep, that is the one I want. So Di is going to make blinds in this for him, and I got a couple of samples of some other fabric, and then I spotted this, which might be slightly crazy, but I just couldn't resist it, this red stripe. And there's very little storage, so I thought a lovely frill curtain around the basin in one of the bathrooms, maybe both, but I think I should probably just do one. And this is actually a water resistant fabric too, and I think off the top of my head it was £12.99 a metre, and I just got a few meters of that for a curtain to go around, and then I can hide cleaning products. Now the children are older, it's not like they need to be locked away in a cupboard, and if we've got little ones staying, then I will just make sure they're hidden out of the way. But I can leave the bathroom cleaning products under there, and actually because I use Bag Collective, they're not like nasty chemicals anyway, but they can stay under the frilly curtain around the basin. So yes, whether I do use it, because I need to think of blinds and things, but I just saw that red stripe and thought that could look really good. So we'll see, but I love that. So I grabbed it. It might even go for the downstairs bathroom, I don't know, but I just saw it and thought, well, we'll get that. And I got a couple of swatches of other fabrics as well, to see. And then I popped into Booker and got oats and things. I was chatting to Si, I think it was on Sunday on the beach, and I said to him, darling, I don't want you to be, I'm not saying I'm going to, but can we just chat this through? I was like, I'm going to be without a kitchen for quite a long time, at least a month. Can I just make a whole load of granola? And because both the village shops that that stock my granola have ordered last week, and I said, we're moving house, might not be till the end of September. I said to Si, could I actually do it this week and get it done and out of the way? And he was like, yeah, why not? I know what you're like. It will be annoying you. So I've stocked up on oats and all of the ingredients, well, not all of it, but most of the ingredients I could get in Booker for granola making. So I'm going to spend the next few evenings making granola, but then I fulfilled my orders, and that is a good feeling. I'm happy bunny. And it's not like I sit down and watch TV in the evenings, and there's just too much to be done for me to sit down and relax, which is actually why, another reason why it's just so lovely to go to Devon and actually just unwind a little bit, because when I'm over at our house, there's so much to do that I don't really sit down and relax. And I was up really early this morning and what have you, doing stuff. But anyway, I've just popped back here to see how they've got on today. So let's go and have a little look and see what progress has been made. So I can't get that easily because there's all of this here, but they have made amazing progress. Look at that. So they've dug out all of this that was in there and popped the hardcore down and then bashed that. I'm not sure what it's called. I should know. So that is really, really exciting. Excellent. Huge progress made. Brilliant. It's really, really good. Very, very exciting. So I'm going to end this week's vlog here, and I will give you an update next week. I've got a lovely trip. There's a couple of lovely things planned for next week, as well as moving. So that is quite fun. I'm trying to get the balance of life balance. It can't all be, packing and sorting and moving. There needs to be a little bit of fun as well. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's vlog, and I am wishing you a very, very happy weekend. Sending love, and I will see you next week for another instalment of what we're up to.